Howdy, my name is Dylan Gibbons. I was born and raised St. Petersburg, Florida. I went to Notre Dame for undergrad, had 4 wonderful years there, played a lot of football, ended up transferring down here to FSU a few short months ago. And in that time, I created my own nonprofit. So I am the founder and CEO of Big Man, Big Heart. At the end of the day, Big Man, Big Heart hopes to inspire and encourage and empower other student athletes to find the value in doing good through their name, image, and likeness, which is a new thing that came about a few months ago. So as college athletes, we're allowed to use our name, image, and likeness in order to make profit, in order to sell our signatures, sell our cleats, sell our pads, things of that nature. But I took that a step further. I started my own nonprofit, and so far I've raised about $150,000 for people in need. So today we're going to be talking about kind of a complicated subject, something I didn't know too much about a few months ago, something I never really anticipated knowing much about. So again, we're going to be talking about NFTs, which is something interesting. Again, it's something you wouldn't really think that would help a small nonprofit, someone getting their feet off the ground. But at the end of the day, I found it to be a very useful tool, something I'm going to implement into my nonprofit in the next couple of months. So actually today I'm going to be going through a PowerPoint that a company put together for me. It was more of a business pitch, just because I've had so much radical success here in the past few months. But again, that's what we're going to be going over today. I look forward to showing you how that could help a nonprofit, especially in the first kind of small stages of viral internet growth. So here we go. Again, the company is called Open Locker. I reached out to them via LinkedIn, and very quickly they responded to me and knew exactly who I was. So again, this is our first slide, introductory. We kind of just went over who I was, who they were, and why I should be interested inside their platform. So the contents of this PowerPoint. So they went over Open Locker's mission. What exactly is an NFT? Open Locker's advantage inside their actual processes and people that are instrumental inside the process. And they went through the strategy for Big Man, Big Heart, and what are the next steps moving forward. So Open Locker's mission was to empower college athletes to maximize their brands, name, image, likeness earnings with innovative digital collectibles, which is just basically an NFT. And our mission at Big Man, Big Heart is pretty much in line with Open Locker. Again, just empowering, giving them tools and everything needed to make a radical impact on their environment. So what is an NFT? And I'm going to read this off and I'll give you my little brief 2-minute kind of introduction. So an NFT, also known as a non-fungible token, NFT, is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain that certifies a digital asset to be unique and therefore not interchangeable. NFTs can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, and other type of digital files. Put simply, NFTs are essentially digital certificates secured with blockchain technology that authenticate in items provenance, and that is limited edition of some type of kind, and it enables it to be bought and sold as such. So again, like my simple 3-minute explanation, if you know anything about cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, one of the great blockchains that a lot of NFTs kind of connect to their pieces. Ethereum allows different artists and users to embed pieces of information, pieces of data inside that blockchain. And those things, that's what's being sold. That's the art you see, the viral images, the highlights, the music, and things like that are sold are inside of Ethereum. So again, simple definition, pretty tangible. So Open Locker, they said join the movement. They get into kind of their advantage. So again, their advantage kind of revolves around these 4 things: the technology, the experience, the access, and then again, how athletes are the priority. I've had a few different companies reach out. I haven't really dabbled too much in the athletic space. The athletic space is pretty huge if you think about it. College football, especially just the sport of football, college football, NFL football, some of the biggest things, biggest pastimes of a lot of people here in the United States. So yeah, then they get into the actual the meat of things. So Open Locker and Big Man, Big Heart. So again, read off this and give you my simple explanation. So Open Locker seeks to position itself the intersection of digital innovation and the evolution of college athletics. So basically, they're trying to just use what they know, athletics, and be able to kind of get into the subsection of name, image, likeness by reaching out to these different people across the country, whether it's big time athletes or people like me that start a nonprofit or are making different ways to kind of come to the same goal. So again, creating an athlete's personal cryptocurrency or currency, name, image, likeness, and innovate digital collectibles. So again, OpenLocker has a proprietary NFT platform, which is all in-house. All the technology and everything they use is based out of their offices. They make these strategic partnerships and licensing agreements with athletes and then companies. And then they have this fan base, a bunch of fans that are waiting for these drops, people from all over college athletics, NFL, anything you can think of. And additionally, they talk a lot about the fundraising opportunities and revenue sharing opportunities, which is something that I was very interested in. Yeah, so then they talk about their actual proprietary marketplace and platform, which is everything that they built over the past couple of years. Very user-friendly. I went through it a few times. Again, this is kind of an image, almost maybe a first draft of a different NFT that they could create for me, which is basically just me in a FSU uniform, name, number, signature, things of that nature, things that people are looking at. So everyone wants a slice of the pie. Why not give them this? So again, this is just kind of a small picture they created. Again, proprietary marketplace for initial sales and trading activity. Technology built on Flow, which is their in-house proprietary technology to be more efficient and eliminate transaction fees. So yeah, part of this is definitely the fan engagement strategy. Like, how are they going to get people to understand what an NFT is, and how are they going to get them to care and purchase one? So a lot of this happens on the athlete side, which is outreach through national and social media channels, connecting fans with athletes to secure organization fashion, and then drop schedule around specific bowl games, which are a big thing for college football, which happen here in the next couple of months. We were not fortunate enough to be in one this year, but definitely something for next year. And then collections and reward programs for sustained interest, just keeping people engaged, getting them waiting for the next drop. So yeah, the after marketplace, which is pretty interesting. It's like, what happens after you purchase one of these cryptocurrencies? So again, they don't really necessarily lose their value when they're traded or even sold to the next person. So they talk about having a rewards program attached to it. So autographed gear, physical cards, team collector awards, and then championship awards, and then utility incentives. So airdrops, basically bonus NFT to the holders. They unlock exclusive experiences, access to exclusive products, content, and digital communities. These are all things that happen afterwards. So yeah, they kind of go through the OpenLocker brand, like what they're all about, the authenticity, verification, integrity, and community. Talk about who they are. Brian's the initial person that reached out to me on LinkedIn. I had a few conversations with Lauren and Randy. So again, great people, allowing me to use this PowerPoint today. Didn't want to be on the call, but at the same time, great to have them in my back pocket. So yeah, this kind of goes through the draft strategy. And again, this is sample player projection you see below. It was for the normal run-of-the-mill student athlete that didn't necessarily play a lot, didn't necessarily have a lot of fans attached to their name, and didn't necessarily know the power of using ETF or NFT or any type of cryptocurrency. And this is something that's a sample. But again, everything that I've seen so far in projections for a nonprofit, which isn't necessarily a space you can necessarily think of having an NFT in, is way above the $12,500 figure, at least in the first year. So this kind of goes through how it works. This is basically for me. So I basically have to fill out Big Man Big Heart Discovery form, sign OpenLocker Athlete Agreement form, and then get my NFT design approved. And then the memorabilia, autograph, fan experience, all those things that happen after the actual sale. And then we actually drop the NFT, which would be on social media channels. I'm sure there'd be a big stink on social media about that. And then funds distributed, basically revenue sharing in the actual agreement between me and OpenLocker. Yeah, and they talk a little bit about the innovation and charity with name, image, and likeness. So again, talking about how to boost the value of your digital currency within doing good. More people are excited and see that you're doing something productive and not necessarily just reaping the benefits yourself. Engaging with fans in creative collectibles, which is a cool experience. I've already had different people reach out to me regarding that, and earn cash and donate to a great cause, which I've had 5 or 6 initiatives I've run so far. And again, I've raised basically $150,000. So it's been a great experience so far in creating these initiatives for players through my sponsorship with GoFundMe. But at the end of the day, being able to raise more money and more funds for people in need is the actual goal for Big Man Big Heart. So being able to do that in any creative way I possibly can, I'm very willing to do so. So now let's get connected. I'll leave this in the back page if anyone watching this is interested. Again, they told me that they'd be happy to talk to anybody in our class. But yeah, it's a great resource and a great project they're working on. I hopefully can help them along the way. We'll see where this thing takes us. But at the end of the day, I find a few different advantages in using an NFT. So for me, I've had a bunch of corporate sponsorships, been blessed over the past couple months, at least getting support from these bigger players. And it's been difficult to try to put the full package together, right? In trying to give different individuals and different fans of FSU football rewards type program, right? So I've had individuals donate tickets for next year. I've had individuals donate hotel rooms, things of that nature that I can raffle off and give away. But one of the interesting parts about the NFT is what you can package inside of it. So it's not just a picture. It's not just an image, not just an object. It can be a lot more. And as a lot of us know, different NFTs involve different experiences. There's some that even involve big vacations and parties in Miami. But for me, I want to try to keep it simple, right? So I'm going to be making black label cards for my NFTs, which are a physical representation of the NFT itself. So when individuals buy them online, they'll be shipped a black label card, which is similar to one of those metal Amex cards you could get in the mail. And whenever they come up during a game, my parents host a giant tailgate. They'll approach my parents, show them the card. My parents will hand them the tickets to the game, hand them their hotel room, whatever it may be. I have a few different companies that are donating things such as RVs and things like that for fan experiences. So it's going to be basically an all access pass to what that experience might be for that particular game. So it's a very interesting concept. There's a lot that I can do with it. It really opens up my mind and allows me to think about some other things. So again, I'm absolutely blessed to be in connection with Open Locker and to learn more about NFTs. If anyone has any suggestions about how I could use them in a more productive manner, I'm open ears. But at the end of the day, I'm in a really good space. I'm going to have some great people behind me that are willing to support me and kind of get dip my toes in the water in the NFT space. So again, I think it's a great strategic tool to use for a lot of different facets in business and individuals, such as college athletes. But at the end of the day, I think it's a great tool to use for nonprofits. So again, that's my 2 cents. But I had a wonderful experience so far with Open Locker and their staff there. But again, I look forward to hearing more from them. Thank you.